What it do? What it do? What's going on, family? What's going on, family? How's everybody doing today? Happy Wednesday. We in the middle of the week. We are already in the middle of the week. These times once again going by quick. We are approaching the weekend. Welcome in, guys. As you guys join on in, hit that like button, hit that follow and subscribe button. As your boy has more on the way. Welcome to today's show. It's your boy Truth. Welcome to Truth Be Told. And I wanted to hop on a very actually interesting topic today that I feel like is important. Um, something that I feel like can and will move society as we know it. Something that's missing. Something that's very, very important. That is responsible for the foundation of how the world is the way that it is, and really being the solution to everything at the same time. All right, I think the world is messed up the way that it is because it lacks this one thing. That's what's going to make today's topic so interesting. All right, if this thing gets fixed in the world, well, if this one thing gets fixed, then the world gets fixed. That's pretty much what happens. That's what's gonna happen. All right. That's why today's topic is gonna be super interesting. All right. So if you guys can already tell by the title, is we're gonna be talking about what does it mean to basically being a real man. Music to my ears. This is a good one. This is a very good one. This is a very touchy one. Because like I said, this subject is so important because if we can get this right, it's like a domino effect. If we can get this right, that means everything else in the world, everything else around us will be changed as well. All right? All right. So if we can get this fixed, that means everything else in the world can be fixed. I'll go as far as also saying everything in the world is messed up because of this specific topic. All right. If you see dysfunction in the world, this is the source as to why everything is messed up. That's why I feel like I needed to really touch on this subject. All right, you guys. So, like I said, as you guys join on in, hit that like button, hit that follow button, because this is going to be a good one. Help me get it on the algorithm. A lot of people need to see this. Like I said, this is going to be the kind of topic that will be like a domino effect that I feel like can actually help to change the world. If we see a lot of corruption in the world happening, it's because of this specific topic. All right, and this topic itself is going to be what's going to help to turn things around. Okay, and like I said, once again, if you haven't seen the title, it's what does it mean to be a real man? All right, what does it mean to be a real man? All right, and so what that signifies is being a real man. As you can tell with what's going on in the world, it actually affects a lot more than you think. Okay, being a real man affects a lot more than you think. If you see a lot of dysfunction and corruption in the world, it's because people fail to be a real man. Ooh, and I know that's gonna hit a lot of nerves. That's going to hit a lot of nerves, but guess what? Because the evil don't care. The enemy, the devil, doesn't care. So that means we, the people who stand for light, should not care. You get what I'm saying? We shouldn't be sitting here letting people walk all over us because they think, oh, because you walk in light, you shouldn't have a say so, or you can't stand up. Once again, there's a lot of dysfunction in this world. Okay, there's a lot of dysfunction in this world, and there is, I want to say, a bigger percentage of negative Nancy's or bad people in the world. Why do you think it's so hard to come across and find good people in the world? Right? It's more negative people in the world than positive people. All right, and that's because people lack guidance, the proper guidance. They lack uh, um, someone to get them on course. Yo, what's going on, Jace? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? People lack proper guidance. All right. Some people lack like good father figures. The father. That's why being the father figure is so important. And that's what's up. I'm glad you're blessed. God bless you, my boy. Yes, sir. That's why it's so important for the father figure, guys, and not just any father figure, but a good father figure, someone to guide, because a good father figure is going to help lead and guide the future. Okay. As you guys join on in, hit that. All right, guys, we're about to go in. We're going in, guys. Hit your boys like button. Hit that follow button. So you guys can be kept in the loop on topics at hand. All right, as we discuss. So once again, guys, once again, the world that we're currently living in. If you look around and you see how things are looking, it's because of dysfunction. It's because of improper teaching. Because of men who fail to take the lead in being a real man. This is a huge topic. That's a father role. Correct. Correct. And that's why this topic is so important today. I took the time to really I want to dissect this one. All right? It's huge and highly important. All right? Probably one of the most important. It's got to be at least top 5 to me. It's got to be it's somewhere in top 5. All right? Because this having a good a good leader role is going to basically shape your future. It shapes all of our futures more than we know it. I'm sure a lot of us, as I just said that, a lot of us can think, if we do, I'm not going to say all of us, because everybody's story is different. As I just said that, some of us can sit and think that, oh, I can remember certain people that had an impact on my life. Certain positive men who definitely played an important role in my life, that tweaked my understanding of things, that helped to guide me through the challenges of life. And guess what? Because of that, it helped to shape you to becoming a better person, with you knowing it or without you knowing it. That's why it's important for a couple to stay together, especially if they have a child. Yeah, I mean that's a part of it. It goes deeper than just that, though. It does go deeper than just that. It's not really just about people staying. Trust me, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. I don't want to go too much off topic. I can make a separate video on that, actually. Thank you for that idea. I can actually make that a separate video. As far as like couples and the challenges in that area. No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't apologize, man. Don't apologize. Don't apologize at all. You're good. You're good. I actually like the engagement. I like it when you can speak your mind. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not the kind of person that'll shun anybody for speaking your mind. I actually like that. I encourage you to do that. I want everybody to be more than themselves. I don't want people to feel like you gotta be less of yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah. So like I said, you guys, hit that like button, hit that follow button, as we're about to go in on this. All right. So once again, we understand the challenges of the world that we are currently living in, because it lacks leadership, guys. It lacks leadership. Okay. If you see evil happening in the world, that's because people are either too afraid to speak up, or they themselves have a darkness in their heart. They themselves have a bit of evil, so maybe they're joining the party, or maybe they're just too afraid to speak up. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you're too afraid to speak up, we need to pray for the world. No, 100%. We need to pray for the world. Yep. We need to pray for the world. I agree. Huge. Because we are in some trying times right now. We are in some trying, challenging times. As you guys can tell, you see in the news, everything's being promoted, putting out. We're in some crazy times, I definitely still say don't be afraid of it. I don't promote fear, because God didn't give us a spirit of fear. The enemy, the devil, does. He wants all of us to be afraid. That's why you see in the news they'll say certain things to make you be afraid. You know what I'm trying to say? And anybody got time for that, man? Anybody got time to be afraid? So we gonna put that to the side. We ain't got time for that. But we do have time. Yeah. Sure. You can ask me. Sure, you can ask. You can ask. Ask. Yeah. What do you have? What you got? All right. So as I'm waiting for that question, we're gonna go ahead also and get started, guys, on today's topic on what does it mean to being a real man. So once again, you guys, this is a good one. This is gonna be life changing. Kind of dissect what it really means to being a real man. Hit that like button, hit that follow button, that subscribe button to stay in the loop when I come up with more stuff, all right? So let's get started, guys. Let's get started. And I'll also be waiting for the questions. I see we have a question coming on in. All right, so let's get started. Let's get started. All right, so let's take it from the top, guys. Take it from the top. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that follow button. Hit that like button. Hit that follow button. Help your boy get this on the algorithm. I think this is actually an important topic that people need to understand. People need to see this because, okay, actually, let me throw one of my 2 cents in on this part here. I'll go as far as saying why it's so important to being a good and real man figure in this world, because it honestly and actually it's also a solution to solving the solution, basically, where where you see the issue of where like a lot of women either mistreat or they don't respect men. This is the reason why. This is the reason why. Okay? If you see there's a lack of respect on the woman's side, okay? You see a lack of respect on the woman's side, guys, it's because they don't see a reason to respect men, current men in the world, especially. Like, obviously there are good men in the world, right? We know this. It's not. It's a mixture. It's a mixture, good and bad. But majority of us can say, hey, there are more bad guys than good guys, right? So that also means these bad guys come with a lot of issues, and that can be it can range from anything from huge. Hold on. My question came and oh, sorry. Oh, here it is. Bible, those are in the Ten Commandments. Yep. Yeah. In the Bible, those are the 10 Commandments. And you can go ahead and ask me that question too, by the way, bro, Jason. You ask me that question. I'll be waiting for it. And yeah, you're right. It is in the 10 Commandments. Really important. All right. So like I was saying, guys, women, this right here can solve the issues where women pretty much don't respect men. Okay. This can solve where women don't respect men. Whenever you hear women having a lack of respect for men, this is why. Because we're living in, especially in times in society where men have fallen from their place of being respected. All right. Now, let me tell you, a lot of it has to do with society. I don't want to put the blame on one side and not try to help everybody understand from multiple perspectives as to why this is, right? Because I don't want to say it's solely just a man's fault, because it's not just a man's fault. Look at society at the same time too. Yes, it's partially the man's fault, but if you look at society and how we're in 2026, how you see a lot of these rules and regulations are set up against the men. You see how feminism, not to come for feminism, because I know a lot of people, they want their privacies or their you want your rights and things like that, which is not a bad thing. But the issue comes in at where the equality rights start happening, right? So then women think that they can move like men or think like men, act like men. I don't need a man. That's when that mentality starts pushing more. And that is the issue. Because when we start thinking like that, instead of working together with a man, now you're starting to fight men and you're not even realizing it. You're thinking, oh, the woman's starting to, be more high and mighty. Like, I can do this. I don't need the man, or become a woman. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here, you know? And it's like, what it does is not only is it causing men and women to butt heads, you're butting heads, you're fighting all the time, which no man wants that. In reality, and I'm sure if you're a man, you're watching this, you can agree with me, most men want peace. All right? Most men want peace. They want peace in their relationship, especially in their relationships. When a man goes out into the world and he has to deal with so much garbage in the world, and he has to come home to his own home and deal with garbage as well, do you really think he wants that? No man wants that. When a man's fighting the world and when he comes home, he wants peace in his home. He wants to be able to come home to have peace in his home. The one place where he can actually relax. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that follow button, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that follow button. When a guy comes home, he wants a place to relax. He doesn't want to come home to argue with a woman. He did enough arguing outside. He wants to come home to a peaceful place. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the like. Appreciate the support. Hit that like button. Hit that follow button, guys. Hit that subscribe button. As I got more on the way. All right. A man wants true peace. So with everything happening in the world, see, and this is how you know there's an agenda in the world being pushed. They're just not telling you guys. See, me, my name ain't truth for nothing. I peep game. My job, guys, is to peep game and to bring it to you and tell you what's happening, whether you believe it or not. Whether you want to believe it or not, or whether you believe it or not, I'm gonna tell you what I see. I'm like the middleman. Okay? The world won't tell you. They won't tell you what their plans are. They won't tell you what they're trying to do behind closed doors. But I peep it, and I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. I'm like that best friend you wish you had. All right. So let me tell you what they're planning, what they're doing right now. Right. Hence, now you look at, once again, we're on the topic of the society and how society has positioned men to be at a lower state than they kind of should be. All right. So basically, by pushing, let's start with feminism, right? By pushing feminism, it brings the quality of men down, right? Feminism brings the quality of men down. Now, let's start here as well. Because I know it's I understand now, but truth got to be truth. I'm gonna speak it regardless. I can't cower because of society's norms. You know what I'm trying to say? That's never been me. It's not gonna be me. So it's what it is. What it is. All right. So anyways, let's keep going. But I appreciate that though. Okay. So when you have now, mind you, yes, there are negative men in the world, because I know why this is. I understand why feminism is it's a really sensitive topic for a lot of women, because yes, a lot of women have gone through a lot. You've gone through a lot with horrible men, and that's why feminism is there to make you to make it seem like it's pushing you also in a better direction, which it is. It's like half and half. It is, but then it also isn't. Okay, it is because it makes because what they're doing is they're feeding off of you and the idea of, oh, all these negative men in the world, right? That's why a lot of women are, appreciate the follow, appreciate the love, hit that like button, hit that follow button. They realize that they're feeding off of and banking off of the idea that there are those negative men in the world. Appreciate the love. Because of the negative men in the world. Now they want the woman to follow the system versus following men or good men too. So basically, and let me tell you, that's what they're feeding off of you. They're feeding off of you. Okay. Because when you follow the system, you're going with the whole feminism aspect. Yes, it does help you in the area of providing for yourself against the negative men. But guess what it also does? It's like a double-edged sword. Now it kind of puts you in a place where your head becomes bigger. You're no longer reliant on even the good men, even the good men, the men who are average, who actually want to do good by you. Now you start competing with him too. The system know what they're doing. It's all about love here. I'm gonna give y'all love. I love y'all too. All right. So we're gonna push love. We're gonna push truth. So now what the system is doing is teaching you to go. To, and and this is why I tell you I'm gonna be the middleman, because they're playing this behind closed doors. They're not gonna tell you the details. I'm telling you the details. All right. So now you're butting heads with even the good men, making it harder for you to actually be being in relationships, staying in relationships, getting in good solid relationships, playing the role of a good woman to a good man. They knew how to add a certain kind of dysfunction to cause chaos in that area. All right. Remember how I told you men want peace? A woman has to be a man's peace in order for him to function properly. Okay? And vice versa, same way. The man should be the woman's peace as well. Both should be each other's peace. Appreciate the love, you guys. Hit that like button, hit that follow button, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Both parties should be each other's peace. One shouldn't be butting heads with the other, guys. And the system knew this. That's why the system wants you to follow them instead of understanding how things really should go. Why do you think billionaires and people who are higher up in power, they're not facing these kind of issues? Because they understand that the woman understands their role, the man understands their role, and they're able to actually move a little bit better than a lot of us people who are being fed this. We're beneath the scale. So if you're sitting here eating it, let me see. So when they butt heads with each other, does that mean they're not meant to be together? Okay, you know what? I like you. Tamiria. All right, Tamira, or Tamira. I like that question. I'm gonna answer that for you right now. So Tamara says, so when they butt heads with each other, does that mean they're not meant to be together? Okay. No, that's not necessarily because fights can happen. Okay, no relationship is perfect. Fights can happen. I'm not saying fights cannot happen. Okay? It's not the moment. I'll subscribe. You seem more intelligent than most. Hey, I appreciate you. I really do. I'll subscribe. I really, really do. I appreciate you. I don't forget names and all that too, so I got you. And I appreciate the love. So to answer Tamiria's question once again, so okay, now arguments will happen, right? I'm not saying that every single day is going to be perfect. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you also have to understand the intentions of each party behind, being in the relationship. It's really, really important. You know how they say the devil is in the details, or basically the details are important. That's how you can kind of save yourself time with being with a person. You'll know if a person is truly there for you, or if a person is there to waste your time. Okay, this is two different things we're talking about here. You can be with a person who is there for you, who wants to be with you, and yes, you guys can have arguments, versus you can be with someone who's there to waste your time, who doesn't really, really like you, who is always finding things to argue about because they understand that they're never going to be on the same page as you. They're never trying to be on the same page as you. They're the type to be like, oh, you met me like this. It's when we first got into the relationship, so I'm not changing for you. They're the ones to say stuff like that. They're not willing to compromise themselves. They're not willing to change even the slightest bit. To better themselves for you. They're not trying to meet you halfway. They're not trying to at all. Those kind of people you don't want to waste your time with. Those are the kind of people Once you get wind that they're horrible people, that these horrible people are there, they're present, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta save yourself time, because they are simply there to waste your time. It's all about the intentionality behind it, the intentions behind it. If they're there to help, to build you, or if they're there to just collect dust. I'm being real. Okay, so it's not because of arguments themselves. It's because of the intentionality behind the person, why they are there. And I'll tell you how you can pinpoint this. Right? Is pay attention to the how often you guys argue. Pay attention if the person is willing to go to sleep angry, and they're not willing to solve the issue before they go to bed type deal. Because if they're able to do that, there's something deeper there. That's how you find out in certain relationships that people are cheating, because that's how they get emotionally disconnected, because they already have their heart and their minds and their attentions and everything set on someone else. It's very, very sad, but these are things we got to pay attention to, the details. Okay, if a person is willing to go to bed, go to sleep angry without willing to solve problems, if a person is willing to solve to cause problems more than solving problems, that is a huge indication as to seeing if a person is really trying to be there for you or not. If you notice every single day you wake up, there's an argumentative thing about the smallest of things. Every single day you guys are arguing about something, just know they got something that they're probably hiding at the same time. They're not telling you something. I'm being real. I told you my name is Truth. I ain't gonna be truth or nothing. I'm here. I love y'all, so I'm gonna give y'all the truth. Hit that follow button. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that follow button. Hit that like button. I'm gonna put y'all on game. All right. That's how you be able to pinpoint if a person is truly there for you or not. I see. Okay, I got not you again. Says, what if people put their childhood family or? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me read this. What if people put their childhood family for their marriage? What you mean? What you mean by that? I'm trying to understand that a little bit better. What if people put their childhood family above? Oh, okay. Hold on. Childhood family above their. Okay, I see. Now that makes more. Okay. Childhood family above their marriage. Ah, I like that. Okay. Now I understand better. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, let's bring. Now this is not my opinion. Let's bring Bible into this, because Bible and logic goes together basically. The Bible teaches basically logic, right? And what does the Bible say about that topic? Once you find your family, your marriage basically is your main family. That means your childhood family cannot override your main family. And I like that question. I really do, because a lot of people, um, have that issue where they're struggling between their previous family, their childhood family, and their marriage family. Where the Bible says once a man and a woman are to basically leave and to cleave and become one. That means whatever um, family relationship you had prior to that comes second. Your main focus is your new family, the one you're trying to create and build. And a lot of people, some people, they still focus on their previous family and put their new family on the back end, and they don't contribute as much to the new family, and that's out of order. That's out of order. All right, we got to keep everything in order in order for things to properly move how it should. I like that question, by the way. Really good question. Appreciate that. All right. So once again, guys, we understand how dysfunction works in this world. Um, it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate, and I feel like once we understand the details as to how we can understand it, we can, and okay, let me say it like this: I feel like in order to move forward with any problem, you have to first understand the details behind it, right? You got to first understand the details behind it in order to solve the problem, right? You will be able to move forward. It's details. The details is what will get you to the next level. That's how things are solved. That's how a lot of people become legends. People become great. It's the details. It's the things that you do not see in the public. It's the things that are happening behind closed doors. You know, the private building, when you're building in private, when you're strategically coming up with things in private. That is what will make your future, your tomorrow. All right, that's what will create solutions. All right. So, once again, without holding you guys for too long, I don't want to hold you guys too long. I know you guys are probably busy. This topic, once again, is talking about what does it mean to being a real man. Because once again, we understand that being a real man affects many positions in this world. It affects political positions. It affects the home, relationship positions. This will determine if women will respect you or not. Okay? If a man is able to say no and put his foot down, and instead of being a yes man, because I was at a small point, I don't want to say a small point, a certain point in my life, I was a yes man, sort of, kind of. All right? And then I became a little more cutthroat, and then after that, I became who I am today. But being a yes man won't get you nowhere. I had to learn. All right? The hard way. So being a yes man is where women do not respect you. One of the reasons why it allows women to take advantage of men. Okay? It allows women to take advantage of men. And yeah, if a man's not walking as a man truly should walk, everything is out of order. Everything is out of order. Everything's out of whack. So, guys, let's get into the topic at hand today. As far as we're going to talk about what does it really mean to being a real man. Down by the points. We're going to talk about the points, and we're going to go down the list here, okay? So let's get into it. So, the first point that I have on what does it mean to being a man. What does it mean to be a man, right? Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button, hit that follow button. Is confidence. Okay, fellas, confidence. We have to work on our confidence level. Okay? We're going to actually bring Bible into this as well. We're going to bring scripture. And I'm not just going to give my opinion alone, because it doesn't matter how smart a person seems. It doesn't matter how smart a person may seem to know. There are some people in this world, they're not willing to listen solely off of your opinion alone. Okay? Yeah, they're not willing to listen solely on your opinion alone. They want other sources. They don't want just your opinion. So the best source is the Bible. Okay? The Word of God, to be more specific. What does God have to say about certain topics? That's what it is. What does God has to say about this? You can't. He's the best person. Best anything you can go to for advice on anything. Okay, God, the one true living God. All right. So let's get into it. Confidence. Let's talk confidence, right? So we're going to be talking about confidence in Psalms 27 verse 3. Psalms 27 verse 3 says, "Though an army besiege me, my heart will not fear." Okay? Though war breaks out against me, even then I will be confident. Scripture says that. So that signifies and that means it doesn't matter what you're going through. Life can and will get hard. All right? The Bible tells us that. The Bible never... I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. Hit that follow button, hit that like button, guys. I appreciate the love. I see you. The Bible never says that life won't get hard as men. Okay? Life will get hard, but it tells you Hey, listen, even if there's war happening around you, you still need to stand on 10. You still got to be confident. All right, you got to be confident. As men, you got to be confident. That's the number, and I have confidence as number one because that's the one thing as men that we really do need, confidence. You ask any woman, I've seen like certain videos, whether a woman would be like, oh, what do I like, in a man? That's one of the like top five that they always say. I like a man who's confident. I like a man who's confident. They say that. You know what I'm trying to say? So, women love a man who is confident because confidence, it it gives a sense of direction. It lets the people know and understand that, okay, this person is trustworthy. I can follow this person. Okay, it adds that level of it. The confidence is a necessity for effective leadership. I like that. Prophet is Mano. Yes, absolutely. Confidence is definitely necessary. It is. You can't expect to be a leader. You can't even expect for people to fully respect you if you don't have confidence. Because people in this world are just nasty with it. They will walk all over you. I'm your brother today. I'm gonna show you love. Even if you ain't got the confidence, you can borrow some of mine. Alright? I got you. I love you. Alright? Like I said, there are people in this world that are nasty. They will walk all over you if you don't have confidence. Just confidence. People will walk all over you. It's unfortunate that we live in a world that people have to think like that, but that's how it is. I see you. Oh, I see you, family. Appreciate the love. Hit that follow button. Hit that like button. Hit that follow button, y'all. Help me get this on the algorithm. We're finna start spreading the love. There's too much hate in this world. We gotta start spreading truth and love. Truth and love. That's the new motto. All right, y'all. Confidence will get you far. It really, really will. Okay, people respect you more. They like you more. It opens more doors for you. I'm trying to tell you. I appreciate the love. I see y'all. Y'all blowing it up. Hit that follow button. Hit that like button, guys. The boys got more content on the way. All right. Let's move forward. That was confidence, right? All right. The next point that I have for a real man to be, what does it mean to being a real man? Leadership and to lead and leadership. That's really what it means. Like, being a real man, what's your leading abilities like? You have to be able to lead. Leadership. Being a real man, leadership. What's your level of leadership like? I see prophetess. I see prophetess. I see you. I appreciate the love. All right, Matthew. I'm gonna bring a little scripture into this one. Matthew 20 verse 26. Matthew 20 verse 26 says, "Whoever wants to be a leader among you must be your servant." I'll repeat that one. Matthew 20 verse 26 says, "Whoever wants to be a leader amongst you must be your servant." What does that mean? That means you must first be willing to be a servant to be a leader. The good ones, at least. To be a good leader, you have to be willing to be a servant. Jesus, for example, what did Jesus do? You see how Jesus, he came to serve. He didn't come to be served. He came to serve. You see how he was able to serve, heal people, do for the people, heal the sick, heal the lame, heal the sick, heal people, solve problems for people. He came to serve, not be served. So just to give a small snippet of an idea, just speaking about Jesus actually, I'll go as far as saying, like, be quicker. I mean, I wouldn't say physically because we don't know what people's feet looking like. I'm just saying, but spiritually speaking, right now, be willing to cleanse and wash people's feet before you expect for them to wash your feet. If you want to be a good leader, a righteous leader, the right kind of leader that God wants for you to be, you have to come with the mindset of, I'm willing to wash your feet versus thinking of you washing my feet. So basically it's, what can I do for you versus what can you do for me? And we know that we live in a world where it's the other way around. People got it all, their minds all twisted and turned it around. They're thinking, oh, what can you do for me? That's not how God likes for us to operate. All right? God loves the humble people. He loves the people who are humble. That means, are you willing to humble yourself? The more you are able to humble yourself, the more God is able to use you. I'm a testimony. The more you are able to humble yourself, the more God is able to use you. And on the flip side, with pride, the more pride you have, God don't like prideful people. So he cannot even look your way. He doesn't want to work with you. If you're prideful, God cannot work with you. He doesn't want to work with you. He resists the proud, but raises the humble. I like that. I like that. I like that, Bruce. God wants obedience. Yes. Disobedience is man's downfall. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. You preaching, man. I like that. Man think that they know it all. That's the issue. Like you said, it's the downfall. Pride is a downfall. Men think that they know it all. Any wisdom, knowledge that you feel like that I might have, is because God gave it to me. God, he trained me up a certain way. Good to see a man preaching Christ. I love it. Appreciate you too, bro. Love button. Hit that like button. All right. See, y'all can catch me. Hit that follow button. All right. I mean, I'm just cheated, like I said, because there's so much darkness in the world. We need people to stand up and start speaking more truth, more light. There's enough darkness in the world. We ain't got time for no more darkness. There's too much darkness. We're living in a time where we need to push back against dark. You know what I'm trying to say? The best way to push back against dark is bringing real light to the matter. You know, all that pride talk, I don't care about it. Jesus says, why do you call me Lord and do not what I say? Yeah, exactly. We got to be obedient. We got to walk. You know, we got to follow in his footsteps. Absolutely. You know, lead. We gotta follow to lead, to be able to lead. But there are people, see, that's the issue, where people don't want to follow. Absolutely. Turn the light up, the darkness goes away. Yeah. Exactly. I like that. I like that analogy. Dang, that was a good one. That was smart. You turn the light up, what happens? It pushes the darkness back. The darkness cannot reside and live where light is. Absolutely. I love it. I like that one. All right. So once again, guys, we are to be salt and lights of the world. Yep. We are the salt and the light. People have to be able to look at you, especially in times of troubleness. When times of trouble, people have to be able to. You want to be that light, or people can kind of look at it like, all right, it's this guy. You know, I can follow this person. You want to be trustworthy. All right, because and it's really unfortunate and sad where we're living in a world where people should look at us and see Jesus in our character. Yes, exactly. You know, people should be able to see us and see the character of Jesus, the character of God within us. Exactly. You know, there's too many false people even pretending to be light. It's enough of that. Enough of that. I don't know if y'all tired of seeing it, but I am. There should be evidence of him in our life. Correct. Fruit. I appreciate you. There should be evidence of him in our life. Yes, the fruit. You will know them by their fruits. 100%. I love it. All right. Leadership. In order to lead, you must first be able to follow. I love your mindset, bro. Follow me, follow me. Hit that like button, all right? Hit that follow button too. Hit that follow button so that way you'll be able to catch me when I'm more active on going live. You'll see when I post. Leadership, guys. As men, it is important to being leaders. Leadership. Hit that like button, hit that follow button, guys, and I appreciate the love. True leaders serve others, guys. True leaders serve others. Don't let these people who are in office, don't let the people who are in higher powers fool you. Because of certain positions does not necessarily mean you're a leader. It just means you happen to be there when you got there. However way you got there, which I'm sure it probably wasn't the best way. You know what I'm trying to say? A lot of times they get in position, get in power. That doesn't make you a leader. Being in a certain position itself, by itself, does not make you a leader. It's the meaning behind it. Okay. It's what we have to look at the behind the scenes to understand if you are a real leader or not. If you are a good and real leader at the same time. Because not all leaders are leaders. All right. And a few points with that, right? Ooh, sorry. A few points with leadership. I have. For a good leader is you have integrity. You have to ask yourself, what's your level of integrity like? What's your level of integrity? Do you have integrity? Wisdom. What's your level of wisdom like? Do you like to learn first? Because in order to be a good teacher, you must first be able to want to learn. When people's trying to teach you and tell you something, you can't be sitting there just like, oh, I don't want, I already know this. I want to hear this. You can't be like that. You got to be able to sit and listen. You got to be able to take in information first, process it, and then you process it if it's true or not, because that's important. You can't just take the information and run with it. You got to process it. I love you guys, man. I love the hearts, man. I really do. It moves me. It does move me. I appreciate the love and support. You can't, like, remember I told you, not every leader is a leader. I appreciate the love. Not every leader is a leader. You can't just listen to just anybody. You got to see what they're saying. You got to process it. You got to see if it's true or not. You got to process it if it's true, because not every information that you get out there is going to be good information. There's some toxic behind information. When I hear it, I instantly know that it's toxic. I'm like, nah, I ain't listening to this. You got to know how to cut the cord if it's bad for you or not. Don't just sit there and listen, take it, and run with it, because that's how things go downhill. You have to be the judge in understanding if this teacher or this person who's trying to teach me or say something to me, if it's worth listening to first. That's the first step. Hey, I love it. I see y'all. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Y'all hit that like button, hit that follow button. Hit that like button. I got love for y'all, man. I'm gonna bring love to the table, not hate. We ain't got time for hate, man. Time is moving quickly. We got lives to live, we got lives to build. That means we need more love than hate. Love is what's gonna push us forward. Hate is what's gonna hold us back. I should make that a shirt. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make that a shirt. Matter of fact, give me a second. Haha. I'm gonna write that down before I forget. Love is going to push us forward. Hate is going to hold us back. Ooh. Ooh. I want to make that a shirt. Yeah. I appreciate the love, y'all. I see you. I see you. I appreciate the love. I really, really do. I do. Alright. Hit that follow button, guys. Hit that like button. I appreciate the love, and I'm gonna show that love and support right back. Alright, so let me answer this question. Alright, and you already know my name. My name is Truth, so I'm gonna give you the truth. So I got asked, do I support LGBT? So I don't want to be too loud on the algorithm, but I will still give you my truth. Not my truth, but the truth. No, I don't. And it's nothing about hate, but it's all about perspective. It's all about what's truly right. It's all about logic, what really makes sense. People think that we're supposed to just love everything is what's going to cause systems in the world to function properly. Hey, my dog. Hey, I told them I'm gonna keep it real. I told them I'm gonna keep it real. I don't hold back. I don't care who you is. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you can be the president himself. You can walk up in his room. I'm gonna tell you straight up in your face everything you need to hear. Sade, hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Appreciate the love. The truth, hey, that ain't my artist name for nothing. Yes, I do make music too, guys. I do make music too. I got some stuff on my YouTube so you guys can enjoy it. I got more coming on. I got an album that I'm working on. I got an album that I'm working on too, so I'm gonna get that going really soon. That's coming out really, really soon. Actually, I got a few songs and an album, so I want to try to keep you guys entertained at the same time. So, and I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like the music. I try. All right. So, yeah. So, just to add one more point on that LGBT thing is, okay, people think that, oh, if you don't support it, you hate and stuff like that. Where, nah, it ain't about, oh, because I don't support it, I hate you, or I hate the idea of it itself. It's not even necessarily that. It's really about what makes sense. What makes sense, what helps to keep the system of life alive. Right? Think about creation itself. In order to create, what do you need? A man and a woman. You need the female side, you need the male side to create. You can't do that with two fellas. You can't do that. You cannot create with two fellas. Now, they can create their own mechanical systems of trying to make it happen, and I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't want to talk about that. I'm talking about logically speaking. To create in the world, to create future, male, female. Two fellas, nor two ladies. Correct. And two ladies too. Right. Exactly. Two fellas, two ladies. You're not gonna be able to create. You're not. So it's not about hating. It's all about what makes sense, being logical. What makes the world go round? And I'll tell you what, that LGBT stuff is gonna make the world stop. Woo! You wanna make the world stop? That's how you make the world stop. It ain't going around no more. Alright, let's keep it going, guys. We're talking about the points of leadership. Hey, I love you too, man. Not you again. I love you too, man. Like I said, hey, we here for it. You know, we here to spread love. Love, not hate. We here as a family. You know, we here to chop it up, have a good time. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't, and they say you need to like go out clubbing and all this to have a good time. Nah, all you really need is good company. That's really what you need. Because think about it, when you go out to certain scenes like the club and all that, who do you have around you? company that helps to kind of like make it fun for you, right? So some of the times it's not necessarily the place you go to, it's about the company that you have. It's about the company too. That's also because you think about if you were on the flip side of that, you were to go to the same club with bad company. Are you going to enjoy your time then? Probably not, because the company's whack. So it's really all about the people that surround you, people you surround yourself with. I had to learn that early. So, and I just try to teach myself on that. It's the company that we keep, guys. All right. So, going back to our points, right? The last one I said was wisdom, right? I said wisdom. The next one is, for being a leader, strength. Strength. You gotta be strong as a leader. What's your level of strength like? Can you take hits? If are you able to take blows? If attacks come at you, can you get hit and get back up? You can't just get hit and just like scurry away like like on the look like like no. You gotta be able to take a hit, turn back around, be like, hey, that was nothing. Whatever, what's up, kind of thing. Strength. The next point. These are now, by the way, guys. These are all cores. Cores to leadership. The cores to leadership. Next point I have is, and this is a really important one. I already said it, but I'm going to say it again. Service. Service over power. Service over power. That means, are you humble? Are you willing to serve more than just wanting to claim, oh, you're here to worship me. You're here to follow me. You're here to do for me. No, it's what can I do for you? What can I do for you? We lack people with that mentality in this world right now. That's why people don't respect people. It's all about me, me, me. In some relationships, that's why a lot of relationships don't work. Really in relationships, because people are only thinking about themselves. Me, me, me. Not we, we, we. It's about us. And the best way to elevate us is to think about the other person more than you think about yourself. All right? In order to elevate each other, you got to think more about the other person more than yourself. And you got to hope that the other person operates the same way. Because it's easier said than done. Yes, I know when I said that, a lot of people were like, it was kind of cringy in the world that we're currently living in, because people think about themselves so much that it's hard to imagine just giving your all to somebody. But think about it like this. In a happy and actually healthy relationship, the way it's supposed to be. Imagine you giving your all to someone and them giving their all to you. You see how beautiful that just looks and sounds? That thing sounds so good. It's fairy tale type stuff. And it's not impossible either. It is not impossible. It's hard, it's challenging, especially in the society that we're living in, but it's not impossible. Hold on one second.
Joe can take care of. He just called us. I was going. He can take care of. They said the people in the office were ready. About the young. If we let it go, they're gonna take us to the field.
Alright, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. Alright. So yeah. What was that? Where did I leave off at? Service. Tom McDonald. As of right now, I cannot remember. Tyson James, Tom McDonald. I'll look him up. Matter of fact, let me write them down so I can remember to get back to it. As of right now, I cannot. I'm not familiar with the names, bro. But I'm going to. So to answer your question, no, I have not heard about them, but I'm gonna look them up. All right, I'm gonna look them up. Let me see. You said Bryson Gray, and then you got Tyson James. I'm gonna look 'em- I'm gonna look them all up. I'm gonna look into them and see what they got going on. Tom, Nick, Don. Okay. So yeah, I got them all written down. I'm gonna look into them later. All right. So yeah, to answer your question, no, I don't know who they are, but I'm gonna look into them. Truth speaking rappers on YouTube. Oh, okay, okay. I think Bryson Gray. I might his wait Tyson James. Tyson. I think I know. Okay, Bryson Gray and Tyson James. Those two names are kind of poking out to me a little bit. I think I might know who they are. I think I do. But I'm gonna see if it's who I think it is when I look into it. But yeah, I'm gonna look into it. But cause yeah, we need more people standing up. There's too much negative people. Too much. We need more positivity in this world. We need more positivity in this world, for real, for real. In this world, we see the world getting darker and darker. We need more positivity, right? All right. So let's get back into it. Service over power. Are you willing to serve before you want that? You like the idea of just power, power, power. Like, I want all the power in the world. Because when you come with the mentality of you want power, over being a servant, over serving, that means you are willing to do whatever it takes to get power. And that's a dangerous mindset to have. That means you will sacrifice your own. I've done it all throughout these past couple years, all throughout history. When it comes to power, you will sacrifice your own. When it comes to service, you are willing to save even people that you don't even know. So these are different opposite sides of the spectrum here. Which side are you on? We all got to ask ourselves that question. Are you on the service side? Are you willing to serve more? Or are you on the power side where you want to just take more? Because power, that's really what it is. You're taking, you're taking, you're taking. You're not giving, you're taking. So with that in mind, actually, with me just saying that, something just hit my mind. If you look at a lot of these people who are in power right now, who are in office, do you think they're there they're more on the serve side, or you think they're more on the power side? See, think about it. That's how you know if a person is genuine or not. You put them on that scale, on that perspective, you'll be able to peep if they are there for you or not. Are they willing to serve, or are they there on the power side, the power aspect of it? Think about it. All right, let's move forward. The next core point for leadership. What do you think? Real question. Oh, oh wait. Talk to me. You said, "What do I think?" Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm gonna wait for your next point there. Let me see what you got. All right. Next point is humility. This goes in with service because in order to serve, you must first be you must first have humility. It's basically humility is not what people think it is. People think humility is like, oh, you're humiliating yourself. Not necessarily. Humility is basically, are you willing to humble yourself? Oh, what do you think? Real question about the people in power, both sides. Oh, okay. Um, well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not really huge on politics itself because I feel like both sides are buffoonery, to be honest with you. That's why I don't even like the whole voting thing. I'm not really big on voting because, to be honest, both sides are controlled oppositions. That's what people don't know. People think that you just pick one side and you're good, when it's like two sides of the same puppet master. That's why you have the triangle. Uh, uh, yeah, illumina. I don't want to say the actual word. I don't know how online takes it. Illumination. I'll say illumination. Illuminary people. That's why you have the triangle. You have the top, and it goes down to what? Two ends, right? Because it forms a pyramid. They're being controlled at the top, by the same organization. They're not. Don't let it fool you. That's why they want you to be divided mentally to not see their game. That's what that is. But they're both control opposition. They're both controlled by the same entity. That's why I don't really even like to vote. I don't pick sides. I don't do that. All that. I'll let other people handle that. If I have to get involved, if God wants me to get involved, then I will. But other than that, I don't choose sides. Both of them are on the power side. Both of them on the power side. Neither one of them are on the service side. Neither one of them are servicing the people, because we wouldn't have a lot of the issues you see happening around us if they were. All right. Okay. Humility is humbling yourself. Humility is humbling yourself, and I hope that answers your question. Humility humbles yourself, right? Understandable, but lesser of two evils. Okay, so lesser of two evils. I mean, like I said before, it's not really lesser of two evils because they both work for the same in company or entities, beings, organizations. They legitimately work for the same. They legit, no cap. They both work for the same. It's just divided to make people think that it's not. At one point in time, I was even considering leaning more on the Democratic Party side until I started seeing there were dysfunctions in the Democratic Party side, and that's what let me understand that this ain't it either. So that's how I figured out both sides are corrupt, because the Democratic side part, the LGBT, they were the ones to keep. They were more for that side. So once I started seeing that, I'm like, something ain't right. Something is not right. And then that's why I don't even vote no more. Anyway, let's move forward. Lesser of two evils. There are no lesser of two evils. They're both evil, equally evil, equally. Don't let them fool you. The next point after humility is integrity as a leader. Integrity. What's your level of integrity like? Do you have integrity? We got to ask ourselves this question. Are you humble? Do you have integrity? Okay. I'm gonna speed this up. My battery looking low on one side here. Integrity. So next point is wisdom. What's your level of wisdom like? All right. Are you wise to some degree? Because wisdom and knowledge are two different things. You can be knowledgeable. There are some people who have knowledge, but they lack wisdom. Wisdom is actually higher than knowledge. But people don't think or talk about wisdom enough. You only think about the knowledge aspect of it. Knowledge is the things that you know, the things that you learn. How much can I accumulate as far as learning goes, right? Wisdom is the understanding of things, knowing how to move, how to function, how to properly lead other people. See what I'm saying? Knowledge, you can know everything, but it does not necessarily mean you know how to actually lead other people properly. Wisdom is knowing how to lead them at the same time too. Is knowing how to do it, when to do it. You can have knowledge, but you might not be able to have wisdom, and wisdom is above knowledge. All right, let's go to the last point that I have for leadership. The last point is courage. What's your level of courage like? Courage. Do you have courage? As I said that, I thought about the lion. Who remembers? Yo, what it do? What's good, Gelato? I see you. I see you. As I said, courage. I thought about who remembers? Yo, who remembers the lion in Wizard of Oz? Courage. Remember, he used to go around saying courage. That jump was so funny to me. Courage. I'm like, bro, can you like not emphasize the courage so much? It was too funny. But yeah, the lion needed to get courage. The lion needed to get courage. And we have to ask ourselves as well, what is our level of courage like? All right? What is our level of courage like? Do we have courage? Are we courageous? Or do we just cower and run away and go hiding when challenges present themselves? We cannot go running away at the sight of challenges as men. As men, as good men, I've been good, bro. I've been good. How about you, man? I've been good. I appreciate the love. How about you? You been good? And so that's courage, guys. We have to have courage as men. All right, as real men, as good men, courage is important. All right, let's go to the next. Okay. So now we're off of leadership. Oh, really? Where'd you move out to? Where'd you move to? That's what's up. All right. The next point after leadership is, are you generous and kind? Generosity and being kind. Are you generous and kind, guys? Are you generous and kind? Proverbs 11:25 says, a generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. Okay? Psalms 112 verse 5 says, God will come to a man who lends generously and conducts his business fairly. Are you generous and kind, guys? As we know, a lot of people out here in the world, they're not generous and kind. People are selfish, greedy, and out for themselves. Oh, and you moved to North Carolina? That's what's up, bro. North Carolina, that's a good spot. That's a good spot. That was one of the places I was thinking about going to at one point too, because I've been there before and I like the vibe. It's really, really nice. I hope you enjoy it though. I hope you like the transition. I hope you like it. How do you like it there so far? So yeah, being generous and kind, guys. Are you generous and kind? We have to ask ourselves. Okay? Be generous and kind to everybody. Not just the people you know, but to everybody. Pretty chill. Saw snow for the first time. Yep. It gets to be snow out there. I haven't witnessed a lot of snowing, but when I went there, I got to witness snow, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But that's what's up, man. It's chill out there. It's peaceful. That's why I like it out there. It's peaceful. All right. After being generous and kind, guys, is being bold as a man, as a real man. Being bold. Are you bold? It's the same as being courageous. Are you bold? Are you strong? Do you cower when problems happen? Or do you face problems? Hey, that's what's up. Well, I'm glad you made the transition, man. I'm sure you enjoy it. I'm sure life is way more simple, way more easy, because out here in Florida it's way more fast paced. And I want to say more expensive too than North Carolina. I think North Carolina is way less expensive. I don't know if they got more expensive at the same time too, but I know it's more affordable. Out here, it's more like city life and more fast paced, and it's not it's getting old. It's not for everybody. All right, so once again, guys, we're on the bold. All right, Proverbs 28 verse 1 says, "The righteous are bold as a lion." The righteous are bold as a lion. Proverbs 28 verse 1. That means if you're wicked, it's hard for you to be bold. But if you're righteous, you're more bold because you're standing for what's right. When you're standing for what's right, everything else comes with it. You become more courageous. Your leadership level goes up. You're bold. You're kind. Like everything I'm trying to say, it compiles. It builds up. You become a better person. Yeah, I was dying slow in Florida, bro. Man, listen. I'm trying to tell you. That's what it is. Florida's not for everybody. I don't recommend it. Yeah. Hey, that's what's up. Oh, I didn't even know he be doing lives. So that's what's up. That is what's up. I didn't know he ain't be doing lives. That's what's up though. Alright guys, next point that I have after being bold is responsible. So bold. Are you responsible, guys? Oh, hold on. I have a question here. Alright. His profile. And I see here, not you can tell. Sorry. Understandable. Not you again, too. Oh. Wait. You said who? Oh no, I was responding to another person. Not you again. I was talking about something else. I was talking about something else to someone else over here. On TikTok here. I got TikTok and I got YouTube up at the same time. TikTok and YouTube are up at the same time. But yeah, you can send me his profile. Alright, so responsible. Are you responsible, guys? What's your level of responsibility like? As a man, as a real man, are you responsible? That means if you do something, are you willing to take responsibility for it? If something bad happens, are you willing to take responsibility, or are you the kind of person that you're quick to point fingers at another person? If something goes wrong, are you quick to be like, "Oh, I didn't do it. He did it. They did it. Not me. Never me. Never me. But you and you and you and you and you. Are you that kind of person? Or are you the kind of person that, all right, you admit to it, I did it wrong. I'm going to come to the forefront. I apologize. I did the mistake. Are you responsible? Because I tell you what, if you're able to do that, people will like you more. They will respect you more. But if you're sitting there always pointing the finger at somebody else, people see through that. They see through it. You might not think they see through it, but they see it. And they know who not to trust the next time. But when you take accountability, people can trust you. Keeping it real with you, keeping it a buck. Responsibility, guys. God created Adam to take care of the land and the animals. God told Adam he was responsible for building and creating and watching over and building and creating. God put Adam in charge of that. So Adam was responsible. Even when Eve ate of the forbidden tree fruit, what happened? God still held Adam responsible for it. She was the first, but and Adam was second. But guess what? Adam was responsible. So that means the men are more responsible than the women. That's why I also say feminism should kind of take a pause, take a chill, because if the man automatically is supposed to be more responsible than the woman, that means the woman can't hold the same amount of responsibility. You automatically cannot, because the man is automatically more responsible. That's why you can't be like head in head with the guy, because and matter of fact, I'll if you don't believe me, I'll leave this example right here. Why do you think it's so hard for a lot of women to take accountability? Ah, see that? When things go left for a lot of women, what do? They're not accountable. They're quick to be like, or they're quick to try to like redirect themselves in a sense. They don't want to say that. Women do not like admitting that they're wrong, guys. And I know if you're a woman, you're watching this, I know you're probably like, yeah, he right, yeah, he right, he right. We don't like, yeah, because it's like an ego thing. Both men and women have egos. Women just don't like to admit to it because, I mean, you can't really blame them. They're women. They're more sensitive than men. Men handle that area a little bit better than women do. That's why men are supposed to be the head. Men are supposed to be the leaders. Men hold more responsibility. If things go wrong, men can handle it. If things go wrong with the woman, women are not going to try to be the one to try to like admit that they're wrong and try to fix things. That's why things start falling way faster if the woman is there to, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's why you need the man to be there for that. That's why I say feminism is a double-edged sword. You think it's helping you at the same time, but it's also put in place to take you out of how things should be. There's feminism, and then there's how things should be. Okay? And once again, that's not to say you should be following just any man. That's where the issue happens. Because if you follow just any man, any bad man, that's why feminism works in your favor. Feminism works against you when you're following the right man, the good man, the right man. But it works for you against the wrong men and the bad men. Just to have you see it from a different perspective. Alright? That was responsibility, guys. I was responsible. The next point that I have is disciplined. Disciplined. As men, are you disciplined? I'm going to put this on charge real quick. I don't want this to die on you guys. Bam. Got him. Alright. So discipline, guys. Are you disciplined? As a real man, it is important for us to be disciplined. It is important. Not gonna lie. Because guess what? If you can't discipline yourself, if you can't lead, what disciplining it basically is you are able to control yourself, which means you are able to lead yourself. How can you expect to lead someone else if you cannot lead yourself? You get me? You get me, blood? We got to be able to discipline yourself, guys, as men. Or else you'll be running around wild. And that ain't it. Okay? Discipline, guys. Proverbs 15 verse 32 says, those who disregard discipline despises themselves, but the one who heeds connection gains understanding. Those who disregard discipline despise themselves, but the one who heeds correction gains understanding. Deuteronomy 8 verse 5. Know then in your heart that as a man disciplines his son, the Lord your God disciplines you. That means as you are disciplining, say if you have a child, you're disciplining your child the same way God disciplines us, the same way we should discipline ourselves. And then the first verse says, those who disregard being disciplined despises themselves. But the one who heeds correction gains understanding. That's really, really key. That means if you hate being disciplined, it really just means you hate yourself. Like ultimately, that's what it means. It means you hate yourself. And if you hate yourself, that means how can you love another person if you hate yourself? Because if you can't even love yourself, how can you love someone else? You get it? You get me? So if you hate discipline, that means you hate yourself. But when you heed discipline, that means you like correction, you like understanding, you like growing. That's what it means. You like understanding. Okay? Being disciplined means understanding, means growing, means growth. All right? That is for disciplined. The next point for what does it mean to being a man after discipline is respectful. Are you respectful? Hit that like button, guys. Hit that follow button, guys. As a man, as being a real man, a good man, are you respectful? We know how important this is because there are men in the world who are not respectful. That means they're not your ideal man. All right? Are you respectful? John 13, 34, verse 35 says, I am giving you a new commandment, that you love one another just as I have loved you. So you too are to love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you have love and unselfish concerns for one another. God is saying we are to love one another. Basically, it's also equating to being respectful to one another. You cannot love another person and not respect them at the same time, because love and respect walks hand in hand. When you respect someone, it means you have love for them. If you don't respect someone, it means you're more on the hateful side. It means you hate, you have hate towards people. I don't like the hate side. I don't do that hating stuff. Life is too short to be hating on somebody else. But I like to love on other people because I like to see people winning. Everybody who's watching this, I want to see you win. I don't want to see you losing. I want to see you win. All right, so I'm gonna give you respect. I'm gonna respect you first. Before you even respect me, I'm gonna respect you first. People are always, and that's the issue with a lot of people nowadays. They want respect first to give respect. But no, it's the other way around. Even if they don't respect you first, you go out of your way, you give respect first. You, as the man, as a real man, you respect first, and then you see what they do with that respect. You see what they do when you respect them. That will let you know how they are as a person. If they reciprocate their respect, they respect you back, that's how you know they're solid. But if they hit you back with, they shrug it off or give you hate, whatever, all right, then you know what kind of fruit that they have. Those are the kind of people you don't want to deal with anyways. All right? What's your respect level like? Respectful. The next point. I've got about 2 more points and that'll be it, guys. 2 more points and that'll be it. After respectful, the next point we have is protect. As a real man, what's your level of protection like? Do you protect? Are you a protector? If you're already starting your own family, do you protect your family as a man, as a real man? Do you protect your family, or if you're out in public, right? You're out in public and there's like maybe let's say like shooting happening, right? There's shooting happenings. Are you the type to run and leave your wife and your kids behind, or are you the type to make sure that they're in front of you, they're around you, they're within your eyesight, making sure that they're in safety first? That is protection. Are you a protector? People think protection is just like financial only, but it goes deeper than that. It's not just finances. You got to show people physically that you are there to protect them. Are you a protector? Joshua 1 verse 9 says a charge, well, basically, just to kind of summarize too, a charge to be strong and courageous in fulfilling God-given duties, including protection. Being strong and courageous. You have to be strong and courageous in order to fill in the shoes of a protector. You got to be strong and courageous. Remember how I was saying you got to have courage, you got to have confidence. That all falls in the same position. Strong, courage, confidence. They all work together. And these will show if you will be a good protector. Okay? Ephesians 5 25 through 29 says, men, husbands, this really goes for like husbands talk, but this I'm really talking to men at the same time too, men in general, are commanded to love their wives as Christ loved the church, which includes nurturing and cherishing, ensuring her safety and well-being. How many men love their wives to this degree, to this level? How many men are willing to protect? Because that all falls under protection. Your wife and your kids fall under your protection. You have to protect them. It's a responsibility. Once again, this is why women do not have the same level of responsibility. They cannot have the same level of responsibility. Men are more responsible. Okay? Do you protect? Can you protect even a little bit? We got to exercise those muscles. It's like going to the gym. You got to exercise that muscle. Exercise it. Protect. Have that protect mentality. Someone trying to come for your wife. What you gonna do? You gonna sit there and let them bash him? Nah, bruh. You gonna protect your wife. Alright, that's protect. Alright, I have the last point here, guys. The last point of what does it mean to being a real man? What does it mean to being a man? Teach. Teaching. Teach. To teach. That means being a man, you must want to teach. Because think about it like this. How is the world going to go round and round? It starts with who? The men. We can't, and this is why, like I said, the world is so dysfunctional, because when you have corrupt men, they're not willing to teach you what's right. They're not willing to teach you what's good. Instead, what they're going to do is they're going to gatekeep. They're going to keep the good information, the good stuff for themselves, give you the little crumbs, and send you on your way. That's not gonna build you up. That's not the formula that you need to get to your better self in the future. You need more than that. Dysfunctional men won't tell you that. Bad men won't tell you that. But guess what? Good men, men of morals, men of character, they will teach you. They would want to teach you, because they want, once again, what do they want to do? They want to see you win. They don't want to see you lose. They want to see you win. Because the more winners we have in this world, the better the world's going to be in general. I'm telling y'all, put y'all on game out here. This ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. I'm trying to tell you. So men who are teachers, who like to teach, and it doesn't matter what it is. You can teach on how to build a car, teach on anything in society that is teachable. Men would just want to teach you. That's what it means to being a real man. Trying to tell you. All right. Oh, you know what? That's supposed to be the last point, guys. That's the last point, but I have a bonus. I got a bonus for you. I'm gonna throw on one more for you, all right? I'm gonna throw on one more for you. Ha ha ha. Yo, not you against two. Hey, you too real, bro. You too real. You are too real, bro. Hit that. Follow me, man. Make sure you follow me. I don't want to lose you. Follow me, man. Keep me in the loop. I keep you in the loop. You funny. I would say we stay strapped. Absolutely. 100%. Exactly. We do. But we do, though. You know what I'm trying to say? People, let me tell you something about that, bro. Like, people think because we're kind people, we have good hearts, we're nice people, things like that, that you can just walk all over us. And that's not the case. I can be nice and still get, like, down and dirty with you at the same time. Like, I'm not a... People mistake being kind and being nice as being a pushover. And those are not the two same... They're not the same thing. People even think that, oh, because you believe in God or you're trying to be a righteous person, that you can't fight back. You know what I'm trying to say? That you can't fight back. And if you look in the history of those who believed in God, who did God use? David. David was a warrior. He fought back. Samson, but was ruthless. He fought back. Moses, he fought back. I'm trying to say, like, I can keep going down the line. Elijah, he fought back. You have countless people that God chose that were fighters, bro. So can't nobody tell me, oh, I'm supposed to sit here and just take your blows and just not be able to have a say-so or fight back. That's not what God says. That's not what God stands for. Okay, we got to stand on that. All right, so the bonus that I have here for you guys, and actually, it's funny that I just said that because that was the bonus. Haha. The bonus is one who fights for righteousness and justice. Being a real man. This is actually an important bonus. This is actually an important bonus. Hey, I see you. Appreciate the love. I see you. Appreciate the love. I love you too. Hit the like button, guys. Hit that follow button. Your boy got some more content coming through. What does it mean to being a real man? That I have is one who fights for righteousness and justice. That's once again why this world lacks good men, because we lack good leadership. People are not willing to fight for what's right. They're letting evil just do their thing, and that's just what it is. No. There comes a time we got to stand up and be like, nah. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, and that's it. We're not here to negotiate. Because evil, they will just walk all over you. They'll keep pushing their narrative, and we're not playing that game. Because God ain't playing that game. Alright. So as men, stand on 10, fight for what's right, and fight for justice. Because that's what real men do. A coward follows evil and the negative Nancy's. Like, that means you're a coward. You're a coward of a man. If you're not willing to fight for what's right. if you're you're just like cowering, giving into like society and what people got to say, you're a coward. That's it. You're a coward. As a real man, we ain't playing them kind of games. We ain't playing games like that. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's all the points that I have. I hope you guys enjoyed them. I really appreciate you guys. You know, I love the interaction. I love the support. I love how you guys just tuning in and just like you guys are just on it, man. You guys are so smart. You know, you guys got good hearts. Don't let nobody take that away from you. Don't let nobody tell you different. All right? Just keep pushing for positivity. Keep that negative stuff away from you. Because that negative stuff is to hold you back in life. We're not trying to get hold back no more. We're trying to be pushed forward. We're trying to move forward. All right. Now, I'm also not sure what it is to be a woman. Okay, because I'm not a woman. So ultimately, I couldn't tell you how a woman should be. I can only tell you how a man should be. That's why I titled this, What Does It Mean to Being a Real Man? So I can't tell you what it means to being a woman because I ain't a woman, so I can't tell you how it is to be a woman. All right? But I am a man, so I can give you, once again, you know, a few pointers on what a real man is. And this is what it is. What a real man should be like. All right? And I've got these 9 points. For sure. Most def, bro. So I got these points here, and I hope you guys enjoyed them. I hope you guys, you know, kind of you take them into consideration. Rewatch the video if you need to you know, catch the points again, to hear the points again. All right. And once again, I can only tell you what it is to being a man, because I'm a man. So I'm in a man who wants to fight for righteousness and justice. So I can only tell you how it is to be a good man. I can't even tell you how it is to be a bad man, because I ain't no bad dude. I ain't trying to be no bad dude. I ain't got time for that. Let me leave this example to you. By the way, think about it like this: you have one life to live in this world. You got one life to live. You really want to live it being a bad person? Bible says, sell your cloak and buy a sword. Hey, I'm trying to tell you. I mean, I don't know if I should even show you guys. I'll show you anyways. That was for my comment here. Not you again says, Bible says, sell your cloak and buy a sword. That's what that was for. Hey, like you said, you gotta stay strapped. You gotta stay strapped. You gotta stay ready. You gotta be a protector. You gotta be on. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, people want to try you. You gotta be ready too. You gotta be ready at all costs. Be ready at all costs. All right. So once again, guys, I'm a dude. I'm a good guy who wants. Oh, that's what I was saying. My bad. Is think about it like this: you have one life to live. Do you really want to live your life as a bad man or a bad woman? The one life that God gave you, the one life that you have to live. One thing that I feel like is so sad is one of the most wasteful things you can do is waste your one life away. The one life you have, you're going to really waste it by doing wrong by others. You're going to waste it by hating on others versus loving on others. Once you're gone from this earth, you're gone. That means you wasted your one life. You wasted your one life hating on others versus loving on others. I think I would rather, if I'm gonna have one life to live, I'd rather use it to love on others and watch others build versus hating on others. You get what I'm trying to say? You get me, blood. You know what I'm trying to say? You get one life to live. Don't waste it. And if you're hating on people, you're wasting your life. That's what it means. You're wasting your life away. So we ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. Really, really don't. So yeah, guys. So I'm just a decent guy. I want to see you guys win. I can only tell you how it is to being a real man, a good man, a man who wants to do right by others. You know, I can't. So that means, I can't tell a woman how to be a woman because I'm not a woman. I don't know how women generally think. You know, plus if I were to tell a woman how to be a woman, they'd probably be looking at me like, "Oh, I ain't gonna listen to you anyways. I ain't gonna listen to you anyway." Like, whatever, bro. Ain't nobody got time for that, bro. Like, people trying to put you on game, you're not gonna listen. So it is what it is. So I can't teach a woman how to be a woman. Now, maybe someday, you know, wifey, whoever God got for me, maybe wifey can, teach the ladies what it means to being, a woman, a real woman. I don't know. Maybe one day. We'll see. And I'm sure you guys will probably be excited for something like that. That'd be be exciting. That'd be pretty. That'd be lit. That'd be lit. But we'll see. Whatever God has in store is what will be. All right, you guys. So yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. You guys have been amazing today. I love you guys. I want to see you guys winning. All right, we are in the middle of the week. That means I hope you guys having a fantastic weekend as we approach the weekend. Stay safe out there. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. And yeah, keep your heads up. All right, we got better days coming. All right, so I'll catch you guys next week, Wednesday, same time, about 12 o'clock, 12:30. Okay. And we'll talk. We'll go around and talk about something else. All right. So, once again, it's your boy Truth. Truth be told, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the share button. If if you feel like there's someone who needs to see this, I'm gonna post this. Share it with them. Share it with someone. Share it on your platforms. Because once again, this is a very important topic that I feel like is highly underrated and highly is not spoken about. That needs to be spoken about, that can actually change the world. Why? Because true change begins with the men. True change begins with the men. And the devil knows that. Why do you think the devil has been trying to suppress men for the longest? Because he knows that once men get up and rise up and become true leaders, it's game over for him. I want my men to do this. Fellas, I want you to do this. Pull out your swords. I want my fellas to pull out their swords. Okay? Because we're going to war, guys. I want my fellas to pull out your sword in the spirit. Pull out your sword and go to war in the spirit. This is a battle spiritually, and we're here for it. And I'm here to help y'all win. All right, keep me in the back of your pockets like a little prayer angel. We gonna get through this together. Hey, once again, it's your boy Truth. I'm gonna leave y'all there. Check out your boy's YouTube. I got some songs already out. I got more songs coming. Check them out. Show some love. Show some support. Share. Hey, next couple of months gonna be a good one. So I say get on board now when I can, because it's gonna be a rocky road of fun. All right. And of course, like I said, my close peoples, the ones I've interacted with. Once I'm familiar with you, I got you too. All right, like not you again. I got you. Bruce, I got you. You know what I'm trying to say? Jason, I got you. I got you. Feel me? Sade, I got you. Gelato, got you. I got y'all, man. But anyways, like I said, it's all about love. All right. So I'll catch you guys next week around the same time. All right. Much love. Keep it there and be blessed, guys. God bless. Stay safe. All right. Yo.